Alright guys, RoKage here and welcome back to the brand new video. On today's video we're gonna do the global Tower of Fantasy tier list. Now I won't go now in like some crazy details that you will be confused what to do. I will just cover the basics. I'll try to be short and clear as possible so you have a clear understanding what do you need to do. Okay, leave a like guys, subscribe, tell me your opinions in the comment section below. Have in mind I'm using CN version of the game as a reference at the moment. Now when I'm recording, the global version isn't still out. What I heard, global will have some changes, but overall everything will stay the same. Okay, let me call it the same. Okay, there will be some changes, but nevertheless this tier list will be extremely helpful, because in my opinion you're gonna learn about the basics, how elements work, how the typing work, what matters, what don't matter, what you should be focused on. This tier list will be for the also SSR Selector, who should you reroll for, but overall my advice is guys, just relax, enjoy the game, do not reroll. This game is not for that. Okay, this truly game is not for that. It is extremely free to play, especially in the beginning. You're gonna pull so many SSRs. I would just explain you now on what you should be focused on, but do not worry, just enjoy and love the game. Okay, trust me, you'll be good to go with any of them. Okay, but some of them are better than the others. Okay, let's go. Have in mind, characters are only skins. When you pull a character in this game, with a character you get his SSR weapon, and then you build up the SSR weapons, and then you can use this type of SSR weapon on any type of character and have fun. Okay, so characters are only skins, weapon are that matter, but with each of those characters you get a weapon. Okay, blah blah blah, shut up RoKage. Okay, let we start 1 second. Okay, let we start. So overall there are 3 main roles of DPS weapons. Like, we're gonna talk only about the weapons. Characters are skins. Okay, there are shield breakers weapons, main DPS weapons, and support DPS weapons. Okay, shield breakers, they're the ones that deal the highest damage to the enemies that has shield. Extremely good for the mini boss, against the mini bosses and the bosses. Main DPS are the characters, or more precisely weapons, that can do crazy amount of damage to the unshield targets. Okay, the weapon you want to use most of the time. Okay, have that in mind. But if you have an opponent who has a shield, main DPS weapon won't do a lot. You need first shield breaker then. Okay, and then we have the support DPS. Support DPS, it increases your overall DPS through damage buffs and other means. Like what that actually means. Okay, you will need to use the weapon not like main DPS or shield breaker weapons. You're gonna use it once in a while. You will do crazy buffs to yourself, you will do beautiful attacks, crazy damage, all of that stuff, but you won't use that weapon for a long time. Most of the time you're gonna use main DPS, shield breaker, and then support for just additional buffs. But trust me, support DPS also amazing. Like one example, I will tell you right away, Claudia is S tier for me. I have her weapon is extraordinary supportive DPS weapon. I love the range, I love the attacks, the effects, I love everything about that. For me, Claudia is wow. I would like to reroll for her as SSR Selector, everything. Okay, but like I said, do not worry about that, just enjoy the game. The whole point of all of this is that you create your team of weapons. You need to have 1 shield breaker weapon, 1 main DPS, and 1 support DPS weapon. This is how you should create your team or weapons. Okay, weapons, you need to use 3 type of weapons, and my advice is main DPS, support DPS, and shield breakers. So you need to use all 3 of those typings. Okay, now from the support DPS, I recommend Claudia. I've been using her a lot. I love it. I love that character. Like I said, I won't go now into crazy detail. It's not necessary. Now, the best shield breaker units are King and Meryl. Okay? King and Meryl are the best for shield breaking. King, better in the beginning. Meryl, better in the end game content. Okay? She can do more damage to the shield, and end game content needs that. Okay? Okay, what's his name? I mean, it says here Kurwo, but Crow, I believe it's Crow, and Kirishima, maybe, I don't know. I'm terrible with names. Okay. Anyways, so honestly, if you wanna reroll, go for one of these three characters. I mean, Nemesis, of course. But she'll be like a limited banner. I'll leave it for the end. Okay, let me now continue. Like, this is something that I'm 100% certain of, and for sure. Okay, now, we said about support DPS, and we have the shield breakers. For example, you want to reroll, you go for Claudia. Okay, you get now support DPS. And then you have the pity system, 80. You're gonna reroll on the 30 pity system, and you have the 80 pity system and the SSR Selector. And then on the 80 pity system, you pull King, you're like, yeah, I have no main DPS. And then for the SSR Selector, no, not main DPS, but shield breaker. And then on the SSR Selector, you're gonna choose someone from main DPS. So be more focused that you have all of these three typings of the weapons. That is like more crucial than being worried, what did I pull, when did I pull, okay? Yeah. So, main DPS. Okay, main DPS, let me see. Samir. Samir for the main DPS, you wanna have her. Like, if you wanna reroll for someone from the main DPS, you're gonna go for Samir. Okay, 100%. She is fast, good DPS, good charge rate, AoE R attack, which is safe. No one can touch you pretty much. Okay, so this will be my like S tier. So support DPS, shield breakers, main DPS. Also on the S tier for the main DPS, I will also put Crow. Okay, this is the character that I also have. He is amazing because he has that built-in crit buffs. Incredible. Also, air attack has a very high DPS potential. Like in the air, this guy is incredible. But he's really difficult to use, and his weapon is like stars. Okay. Overall, Samir is better than Crow. Meryl is better than King in overall because of an end game. And then in the for the Claudia, I need to put someone. We're gonna put like Nemesis is also support DPS, okay? And limited banner, you will have red nucleus, and you definitely should go for the Nemesis, okay? You can also reroll for her on that limited banner, why not? But like I said multiple times, do not bother. Do not bother with rerolls, okay? Please. Okay, so we have support DPS, shield breaker, main DPS. This will be like perfection. Let me call it like this. Like, for example, 30 pity, you pull Claudia. 80 pity, you pull Meryl. For the SSR Selector, you take Samir. And then these two guys you can pull like accidentally, and then limited banner Nemesis. Like, this would be a dream. But honestly, if you get like Claudia, Meryl, and Samir, you're good to go. You're good to go. But like I said, do not worry about this kind of stuff. Just have fun, enjoy it, and you'll be good. Okay, also what I heard, Tsubasa is really good support DPS. Okay, really good support DPS. Also, we have who I put there, Shiro. Okay, Shiro greatly increases team burst damage and shield break during the active skill. Restart, resets cooldown. Okay, never mind about that. Tsubasa, highest charge rate against grouped enemies. So at Tsubasa you will use when you have like grouped enemies. You have the bow. She's using most, like she has that bow weapon, which is really good. We have all damage buffs with her. Okay. Cobalt. 1 second. Let me see. Okay, Cobalt. She goes into, I'm just double checking so I don't mess up, main DPS. She'll also go in 8 tier. So Shiro will be support DPS. Okay, I could put the shield breaker next, right? Oh, Shiro is a shield breaker, sorry. Yeah, Shiro is a shield breaker. So yeah, we can put it right here. Okay, so Tsubasa is a support DPS, really good support DPS. Shiro is a shield breaker DPS, and Cobalt is main DPS. Okay, all of this, like I said, all of this are really good. So do not worry about that. But of course, you should be focused on the characters from the S tier and precisely make sure you have 3 different types. Okay. You have the team of 3 different types. Okay, that's good. Okay, let me see what else we can put where. Overall, I would say this is now like the best of all of them. Zero, sorry. Zero, I have her. She's a really solid character, but I wouldn't even put it like overall she'd be like a B. Like all of these now characters will be now the B typing. Okay, from all of these characters, like yeah, Huma, Freach, yeah, these 3 characters I didn't even use yet. Zero I did use, yeah, B tier. Like she's good and all of that, but I don't know how to explain it. Like she's like really interesting, like she has a really interesting weapon, but the damage is so, you know, not the best. And okay, overall I'm pretty happy like this. Honestly, C and D I won't even touch. I will delete these rows, delete a row. I didn't use all of those characters. All the credits will be in description below for the Discord server where I learn a lot. Also Tower of Fantasy info website, also learned a lot for the characters that I still didn't use. I won't talk now about Huma, Freach and Kokori there. But like I said, overall, whatever you pull, be happy, just enjoy the game. You will get so many summons, you will pull craziness, you will have time to pull whatever you want. But like I said, always focus on creating the team or setup of weapons that you have all 3 types: main DPS, support DPS, shield breakers. The best support DPS is Nemesis, Claudia. The best shield breaker is King, Meryl, and the best main DPS are Samir and Crow. After that, Tsubasa, Shiro and Cobalt are good support DPS, shield breaker and main DPS. And then B tier, only I use Zero here, Zero. Yeah, they're like less good than the others, but also really usable and good, so do not worry. Okay, I don't want to talk anymore. I believe this is enough for that basic global Tower Fantasy tier list, just so you know on what you should be focused on, how to create weapon team, how to create setup of weapons, what is the best. My advice is overall, do not reroll. First do 30 pity summons, then 80 pity summons, and then afterwards use the SSR Selector. Because for example, you could pull a 30 pity, I don't know, Claudia, for example, and then you choose like Reroll for the SSR Selector, and then you can pull again Reroll on the 80 pity. So yeah, be careful with those stuff, but that's pretty much that. I'll make more guides what mistakes you should avoid. I don't even know what I'll do, but hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Leave a like, subscribe. Any advices, any tips, any opinions in description below. And yeah, see you next one. Bye guys.